Everyone. So in this video we'll cover the major differences between LangChain, LangGraph and LangStudio. So this is one of the most important topic which is happening across the industry. Like they're asking questions related to LangChain, LangGraph. So you have to know. Let's say you're going for AI role. The bare minimum thing is they'll ask you things related to LangChain, LangGraph. You have to aware of that. So that's why we try to cover like what are the major difference between LangChain, LangGraph and LangStudio. Later we'll try to deep dive into each topic and we'll try to do some hands-on. That's the plan. So coming to this, so LangChain, LangGraph, LangStudio. So LangChain is a framework and LangGraph is also a framework. LangChain is majorly used to build LLM-based applications. LangGraph is majorly used for building agentic applications. So LangStudio is nothing but VDE, Visual Development Environment. How we have IDE, Integrated Development Environment, like Visual Studio Code is there for us, right? In the same way, so LangStudio is nothing but a VDE. So you can go to Google, you can search in any browser, you can search like LangGraph, LangStudio. So LangStudio is nothing but this. So you can once you created your own agent, like you can test, you can give some prompt, you can give some message, and it will how it has to behave. All these things will be displayed on the right hand side. So in that way you can do all the trial and errors experiments, and you can verify how your agent is working. So that's the advantage of this Lang Studio. A Lang graph is nothing but so on top of Lang chain, Lang graph was made. So how in graphs, right, edge and nodes are there, so normal DSA. So in the same way it has conditional edge, normal edge, nodes, everything was available. The advantage of this Lang graph is it has memory state. It has state, so it will whatever conversations you made, response which are given by the LLM, it will store that, it will have that context. That's a major advantage of this Lang graph. And LangChain you already know, so it's a framework to build LLM based applications. It has many core components like agents, models, messages, tools, etc., etc. You can search, you can see here. Simply you can pip install LangChain. After that, you can do all these things. So these are the major differences between LangChain, LangGraph, LangStudio. So purpose is this to build LLM applications, to create agents. Lang should just to view the workflows, and core idea is connected to LLMs, build APIs to create your LLM based applications. LangGraph is agent based, creates nodes, edge, and all those things. And Lang should drag and drop, just interface you can check. This is for visual and interactive, and this is graph based and it's sequential. So it can be modular. You can create some modules. You can use that modules to build how you have these microservices, how you created your own application the same way. So LangChain, using that framework, you can do all the stuff. Coding, yes, LangChain requires coding. LangGraph, in order to create that, you need Python. And LangStudio, you don't need anything. So you just need to understand. Okay, let's say you are a non-dev person, you are a program manager, you don't have any coding, but still you can test, you can check whether your team builds some agent. Then you can simply go to LangStudio and you can check, okay, how it was working, whether it was working fine or not. You can visualize that. So that's the advantage of this LangStudio. So majorly LangChain is best for developers who wants to create some LLM applications, and LangGraph is also for people who wants to build some agentic AI or agents. So they can use this LangGraph. And majorly LangGraph is used for this multi-agentic applications. Okay, so multiple agents are there, you have to deal with that, then you can go ahead with this LangGraph. And architecture, linear, normal flow, how we are deal with Python in the same way, top to bottom, like the linear way. And LangGraph is, the name itself is indicating it's a graph based, it has this edge, nodes, and everything. Key components we already discussed. And flexibility, LangChain and LangGraph is highly flexible. You can do whatever you want to do. But LangStudio, it's a VDE, right? So the already created things, you just need to drag and drop. And ideal use case is in the backend logic, you can use this LangChain. LangGraph is graph based. LangStudio is nothing but VDE. So that's it. These are the major differences. I hope you got some gist, and we'll try to cover more things in the future.